In this video, I'm going to show you how to design buttons to turn into links to use from your Canvas homepage. So again, I'm going to be working in Canva. It's a great site that you can use frequently, so make sure you create your free account. Once you're in there, you're going to create a design, and this time you're going to use a custom size. When I create buttons, I usually create them in 126 by 40. 40 is the minimum height that Canva will design in. This button though is going to be a little bit longer because the text on it's going to be long, so I'm just going to go to 226 by 40. And you'll notice this creates an elongated button. Now I'm still working on my English 3 American Lit, so I've already got a red button in there. I'm going to do a blue one to keep with our American theme. And I'm just going to change the background color of my button. I'm going to select the canvas, and then I'm just going to choose from the color wheel blue. From there, I'm going to add some text on top, and I'm going to stick with the font palette I've been using, but I'm not going to use this script font because the buttons are really small, so you want to pick something that's easy to read for your students. So I'm actually just going to get rid of that top half. I'm going to put required text here, and I'm just going to blow this up and make it bigger. I want it to fill the button, so I still am going to go bigger, bigger, bigger. And now what I'm going to do is just use the guidelines to center it. All right, and it's in white. Canva's automatically going to select sort of like a readable color. You'll notice my other button when I look at my page is black on the red background. It's fine if this one's white, I'm not that picky. So what I'm going to do is download, again as a PNG. All right, it tells me I'm all set. So I'm going to go back to my home page, and now I'm going to put my cursor where I want to insert the image. So I want it next to my other button. I'm going to upload an image, and I'm going to click on the rocket ship to navigate my downloads folder. So you can find everything you download in Canva in your downloads folder. Here's my required text. You'll notice it's going to be a little bit blurry when they preview it for me, just because it's so small. That's fine. Once I put it on my page, it'll look okay. So I'm going to submit. Okay, now I've got my button there, but what I want to do is actually turn it into a link. So I'm going to click on the image, and then I'm going to choose the little link icon. And in this case, I'm going to do an external link. So I'm going to link to a website that's off of Canvas. And I'm just going to link to Reason in the Sun from Amazon. So this is the book my students have to buy for this class. I'm just going to go in, copy the URL. And I'm going to link it. If I wanted to do the current module, so let's say I don't have this linked, let's pretend it's not already linked. To link to the current module, what I do is I select course links. Now this is going to take them somewhere within my Canvas course. So in this case, I want to choose modules. And from the drop down, I'm going to select the module that I want it to link to. You'll notice it turns yellow to indicate the link is now active. And when I'm done, I just want to make sure that I save the page. I can always check my work by switching over to Student View. And here I can see my banner. And now when I roll over my buttons, you'll notice that the little hand tool appears, indicating that it does link you somewhere else. You can play around with buttons. Remember though, the more images you add to your page, the longer it takes for the page to load. So you just want to be judicious about how many images you include, and you really only want to create buttons for things that your students will use frequently.